John Rockefeller and Henri Deterding, two missions of oil dominance. At the turn of the 19th to 20th century, the oil supply, processing and distribution in the United States were dominated by John Rockefeller, who built the company Standard Oil. In Europe, they were dominated by Henri Deterding, who brought together the conglomerate Royal Dutch Shell. They focused on power generation, railways, shipping and the navy, and fast-growing auto-car transport. There were only two large markets of this kind in the world, the United States and Europe. Each of them had a virtual monopoly in his domain. The United States had the oil fields, workforce, technologies and consumers for the oil industry. Rockefeller focused on America. He viewed his mission to build a complex industrial political system revolving around the oil axis. His Standard Oil was a fruit of natural growth. Deterding's situation was different. He constructed Royal Dutch Shell by merging Royal Dutch with its oil fields in Indonesia, with Shell, with its British and European distribution network. There were not decent oil fields in Europe, and the company had a risky supply of crude oil. It looked for oil in Iran and Iraq, in Russian Azerbaijan, Mexico and Romania. Deterding was also short of the markets because Europe was devastated by the First World War and recovered with difficulties. Both the sources of the crude oil and the markets of Royal Dutch Shell were endangered by the Russian and local communists. Deterding financed enemies of the Soviet Union, whoever he found, from the Russian imperial emigrants and Caucasian nationalists to Trotsky dissidents and German Nazis. The aggressive operations without limits became Deterding's mission. Besides the idea of the oil monopoly and the same technology in hands, both Rockefeller's and Deterding's missions contained a rational assessment of conditions and prospects. This kind of strategy mission is necessary to make and shape the strategy.